If you want to see why you should take me swimming on the first date, just keep watching. This is why. No, I'm just kidding, guys. Welcome back to my channel. This is not a video about why you should take her swimming on the first date. This was just a video kind of to make a little jab, a little joke of that comment. Beauty is a lot more than, you know, just your skin or your appearance. Beauty comes from within and in your mind and your heart, and I guess I just wanted to put that out there and spread a positive message at the end of 2018 going into 2019. And yeah, so this is also doubling as a New Year's Eve makeup tutorial. So we are going to go full glam. I don't know what color eyeshadow, but I have many options, and I have glitter, and it's going to be a lot of fun and just really full glam, which is also a look that would prompt a kind of take her swimming on the first date comment, and that's how that all ties in there. So anyway, if you're interested in this New Year's Eve look, then please keep watching. But before we do that, please subscribe to my channel. Okay, so I've zoomed you all in here. I'm going to start out with my eyebrows. This is an e.l.f. pomade in the darkest shade, Espresso. And I am going to be filling in and kind of shaping my brows with this. And to do that, I'm using a Sephora angled liner brush. Woo! So now that we have the eyebrows filled in good enough, it is time to clean those bad boys up and to prime my eyes. I use Maybelline Fit Me Concealer to do all of that. I tend to use concealers a lot more to prime my eyes, just because if you look very closely, I have a lot of little veiny red and just, you know, stuff we don't need to see underneath eyeshadow. Okay, you guys, so today I'm using the Morphe 35M Boss Mood palette. Looks like this. And the first shade I'm going to go ahead and pick up is Peachy Keen, which is this one right here. And to do that, I'm using a Morphe M518. And I like to start out with very little product on my brush, just in case, especially if I'm using a new palette. This, I used it once before. I got it for Christmas, so I'm kind of just now getting to experiment. So just in case something is super pigmented, always start out on the lighter side of things. So it's a lot easier to build up than to, you know, try to blend out a disaster. The next color I'm going to go ahead and pick up is the very center one in the palette. This is Face of the Day, FOTD, and I am just using an e.l.f. Professional Blending Eye Brush. The trick with blending darker eyeshadows into lighter ones is, again, you want to start off kind of light, and then it helps to kind of just pat where you know you want the product to be, and then worry about blending. At least that's what I find works pretty well for me. And then I'm just going to really hit it lightly in my crease here. And then you're going to want to go back into your first brush that you used and just kind of blend the two together. The next shade I'm picking up is going to be this dark purple right here. This is the shade Power Slayer. Now I'm using a small brush from Morphe. I believe this is the B42. And what I'm going to do with this is just kind of deepen up my crease. I barely have any product on my brush, just so you know. And then you just go back in with a little of the second shade, FOTD. Okay, so now I am going to pick up this shade right here. I'm going to start that on my finger. And by the way, I don't know if I said it, but it's the shade Center of Attention. It actually looks really dark. Okay, alright. It definitely helps with shades like this to kind of start at your lash line and work your way up until you get to about the crease. And then go back in with an actual crease brush to blend out the crease. I picked up a little bit more of Power Slayer just to kind of blend that really dark color into the crease. And I feel like I need a little something something on my lid. So I'm picking up Bossy AF, which is this shade right here. And I'm just gonna put it on top of that black and see what happens. Okay, I like that actually. So now I just had a really cute idea for my inner corner. What I'm going to do first is pick up Light of the Party, which is this shade, whoa, exposure, lightest shade in the palette. And the way I do my inner corner, I kind of hold my brush upside down and use it to go a little bit onto my lid and then up and there. And then, ladies, we are going to have a little bit of fun. I'm going to put this glitter on my inner corner. It's from NYX, and, oh, perfect, in the color Crystal. So the first thing I'm going to do just to make sure that this glitter stays is use some lash glue. This is by Duo. And what I'm going to do is just really lightly, more, not necessarily more onto my lid. You guys will see kind of what I'm talking about once I get this glitter down, but just really lightly coating that inner corner. And then you want to get your glitter. I poured mine in the cap and a brush and just kind of press it on there. Just like that. Yes, yes. So now that the hard part's done, I'm going to start out on my face. I'm using, actually I'm going to zoom you out. Oh, that's in. For my face, I'm going to combine two primers together. One is the NYX Pore Filler and one is this Pure Hydrating Primer. Almost dropped that. I'm just going to cocktail those two into my hands, rub them together, and spread them all over my face. And with this, both of these primers, whether you use them together like I'm doing or by themselves, it's much better to do this as opposed to this. I just think it spreads out a lot better. You don't get any little balled up chunks of primer. Huge plus. I remembered what I was going to do. I was going to use this liquid highlight from Makeup Revolution. This is in the shade Starlight, and I was just going to do a tiny little bit there, a little bit here, a little bit on the nose, and my chin. I didn't squeeze this out just because didn't seem necessary, I don't know. But, you know, I like to glow, so we're just going to start the glowing now. For foundation today, I'm using L'Oreal True Match. This one is too damn light. They should have made the print black. But I am using the shade C2. We're going to see how this works out for me. Maybe I'll give her a shake first. I haven't used this in a while, but it looked like it matched like the rest of my body. My face is pretty red now, so it's probably going to look freaky when I put it on. But, you know, just, if you could just give me a second to work some magic. I'm going to use a stippling brush to put this on, or to at least get it, you know, spread out here. Oh yeah, this matches the rest of my body. You probably can't see it. Oh yeah, you can. My neck. See, that's a good match. Pretty white right now. Once it's on, go over it lightly with a little sponge action, just to make sure you don't have any, you know, brush strokes in there. Boom! It's like I'm putting white paint on my face. Good lord. My under eye concealer today is from Urban Decay. It's the Naked Skin Concealer. This one is in the shade Fair. And to do a little contour, I am using the LA Girl concealer. This one is shade Toast. And my contour, I kind of like to blend out as I go. It also really helps if you use like whatever you use to do your foundation, if you use that to blend out your contour, that can kind of help avoid or fix a mistake. Maybe you put on a little too much. Whatever you use for your foundation most likely still has some of your foundation on it, so it kind of helps to blend. And then you can keep adding if you feel like you need more. And then once my contour is blended, I will blend this bad boy out. Get her all the way up to that glitter. A trick I have, and the reason why I have not been blending my concealer out right away recently, is because if you let your concealer sit on your face a little longer, it'll kind of start to dry down and then give you a little bit more of a full coverage look. So the longer you let your concealer wait, the more full coverage you're going to get. Yeah, I had a little mix up here. We're going to take care of it. I also like to do like the in-between part of my Cupid's bow and then under my lip. Just to make her look a little bit bigger. The sides a little bit, and blend down the middle. We have ourselves a contour girl. So now before I set my under eye, I just go in with my sponge one more time to blend out any creasing that might have occurred while I was blending other stuff out. And I'm using the Ben Nye No Color or Translucent Powder. And this is an e.l.f. blush brush, but I like to use it for this. And remember to press. I'm doing press and lifting and like just kind of moving right over. Okay, so now that our base face is done, I'm going to go ahead and finish off my eyes and then come back to my face. Okay, I've zoomed you all back in here. The first shade I'm going to pick up is Peachy Keen, which is that very first shade, the very first brown we went into. Right, y'all. And I tend to start from my outer corner of the lower lash line and work my way in. And then the next shade I'm picking up is Power Slayer, which is that dark purple in the palette. And don't be afraid out here in this outer corner to bring the purple, you know, like past the lower lash line and kind of start to blend it up into the crease again. For mascara today, I am using Troublemaker by Urban Decay. I don't know if they actually still sell this or if it just came in a kit, but I got it for Christmas last year. And I switch out between mascaras, like I can never just use like one bottle all the way through from start to finish. So I've been using this on and off in the last year, and I really like it. And then, my loves, for just a little bit of added drama, I'm picking up the black shade in the palette, Black Magic, and an angled liner brush. I'm just going to really lightly kind of add a little bit of it to this very inner corner here. Just like that, enough to just make a little bit more of a pop difference. And then I'm just going to brush a little of it over top of those lashes. Just to kind of help disguise the band. So now to finish my face, I'm going to start with a powder contour. I'm using the Bahama Mama bronzer as usual. And all this is doing is just going over top of that original contour. And don't worry, we're going to blend that out in a little bit. Just to give a little bit more depth and precision. Whatever's left on the brush, don't be afraid to hit that nose, girl. For blush today, I'm using the gorgeous Luminoso from Milani. I've been kind of in doing a patting motion more with my blush recently. I don't know, just like the way it looks. And for highlight today, I'm using the one, the only Mary Luminizer. Now I'm going to do something kind of crazy here. Brow bone, cheekbone, brow bone, cheekbone. I saw that trick on Nikki Tutorials channel with Brianna's makeup artist. Just think it's stunning. So yeah, I kind of just went over a lot of the outer corner of my eye, but it looks good, okay? It looks good. Brow bone, cheek. Brow bone, cheek. So if you want to glow like Brianna does, that's the secret. Brow bone, cheek. Brow bone, cheek. Hit that Cupid's bow, girl. Hit that. I'm really obsessed with this light here in between my eyes. I just think it's so darn pretty. That's the light I like. You see that? Makes me happy. And if you want your makeup to melt into your skin, just pour this whole thing on your face. Let it kind of do its work for a second, and then I like to use the flat side of the sponge to just kind of, pretty much anywhere where I put powder is where I'm going over. It just makes your skin look like it just melts everything into your skin and makes it look like you're not wearing makeup. And I know you guys are worried about that highlighter on my eyebrow, but don't worry. A colored brow gel. This is from the brand $1 Billion Brows, and this is their darkest shade, probably espresso. I bought this at Kohl's a long time ago. It's really nice for your days where you don't want to fill in your brows, but you just need a little more color to them or something. This is a really nice product for that. Now for lips, I just need to figure out what color I want to do. I think pink. The lip liner I'm using today is just kind of like a berry pink color. Over top of it, I have Please Me from MAC. And to finish it, I have this Butter Gloss from NYX in the shade Tiramisu. Alright, this is the finished look. I hope you guys love the tutorial. Happy New Year, happy holidays to you guys. I hope you have a fun time and be safe. Let me know down below if you would wear this look for a New Year's Eve excursion. I think I might. I think I'm kind of torn between this one and that blue purple glitter look I did a couple videos back, which will be linked down below and conveniently placed at the end of this video, so make sure you check it out. If you haven't entered my giveaway already, go make sure you do that. It ends January 1st, so there is still a little bit of time, and good luck if you do. And that is pretty much all I have. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!